Hello and welcome, guys. This is Scream112 with Average Adam. You with me, man?
Good evening, Scream.
Awesome. We're gonna be covering the match between it's the Super Cup round of 8 between 306 versus Black Team. 306 being a Polish team, Black Team being coming from the CIS as they've been putting it in this tournament. That stands for, what is it? The Commonwealth of Independent States. Yeah, there we go. I got it right. Whew! I almost had to go Google that. Which is like I actually Googled this like last tournament when I started seeing this term. It's like old Soviet nations kinda. You know, having some. Isn't it like they have like some trade agreements and stuff like that within it and stuff like that. That's what I think. You guys can Google it. I'm not gonna give you all the details. Let's leave it a mystery. But yeah, so that's what they're calling it. It's, you know, just like when we have teams with players from different nations. Usually they call it international or European or North American, you know, because all those North American countries, there's like, what, 2? So yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, this is gonna be the second match we're gonna cover. Hopefully no power outage this time around. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. What do we know so far? Do we have any details yet?
It looks like the teams have just moved into channels, probably getting ready to eliminate planes, but they haven't moved into the room. So
can you send me an invite to the game? Oh, that will make it easier. Fine. There we go. Typing the right password helps. There we go. All right. Okay. Polish team. We had a Polish team seems to be good at this game. They had quite a few good squadrons in the previous in the Gladiator tournament at the end of last year, which is also why we are now seeing one of the teams in the Super Cup. The Super Cup, guys, is consisting of the best teams from the Western tournament that happened at the end of last year and the Eastern teams. From the Eastern tournament that happened last year, because they had the Gladiator tournament in itself was split into 2. They had one tournament for pretty much Western teams, even though they had MBSI in the Western, I think, which kind of funny for us over here in Europe. It's like, oh, Western or Japan, it's like, you know, East for us, but then they had the Eastern tournament, which had all the a lot of the Eastern countries. You know, many of the nations that are within the CIS, and hence why you see a lot of the CIS now or teams from there facing off versus European teams. If you haven't seen the details, guys, you should be able to go to warthunder.com. I'll even give you guys a link. The main news piece actually. Oh, they have I haven't seen this one. Oh, look at that. The main news piece is actually the graphic you're looking at now. It's the War Thunder Gladiator Super Cup. It's the 306 thing. It even links straight to this channel. Oh, they put it on the main channel, the main website. That's actually the first time I see that. But yeah, if you want information, all you need to do is go to. I'll link you guys the page. I'm just bringing it up. It's warthunder.com/en/special/Super Cup. Super simple. I will be posting it in the chat right now. There's all the information you need to have with matches, teams, information, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. You will have recent matches. We see the results here from yesterday, where we had Dear Adler beating Squads United. We had 308 losing to White Rhinoceros. We had Wild Spirit winning over PFT. We had STB losing to SoWar. Let's go to realistic battles. I want to see the tournament trees here. They have winner and loser brackets though, so the teams losing is not yet out of the tournament. They will be playing loser matches. So what do you call that? That's double elimination, you call it, right?
If they're only playing just one game, it's single elimination. If they're playing multiple games, double elimination.
Alright.
And then if there's a loser bracket, then there's a loser bracket.
Which means that would mean double elimination, right? You lose in the winner, you lose in the top bracket, you go down to the loser bracket. and then you lose there, you're out of the tournament. So
Yes.
I like this though. I prefer this usually over the single elimination. Single elimination, in my opinion, is like it also builds cool stories because usually you'll get someone in the loser bracket maybe making it all the way back to the final and winning. It happens, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I liked it a lot. All right, the teams are joining up, but there is no consistency in which planes they're using yet. So here's how that works, guys. Like they're sitting in TeamSpeak now, or they might have already done it, or they're about to start doing that, which is where one team says, "Oh, we don't want to have this group or group A," and the other team says, "Oh, we don't want to have group C." Well, then it's gonna be one of the airplanes in group B, and within that group you'll have 3 different airplanes, and one team goes like, we don't want to fly this plane, the other guy goes like, we don't want to fly this plane, and they are left with the airplane that both teams will be fighting with, which is going to be decent. By the way, Adam, do you need me to take care of the results?
They are set up and ready, but we should really get that video that explains it really well. You showed me it yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but we don't have that available right now, do we? Oh,
we should get that so that way we can clarify it.
Definitely, we should have that as like the intro or something like that. I'll go. Isn't that on what's their name? It's probably on their YouTube, War Thunder. Let's have a look. So I got you're right. You're handling the scores.
Yeah, but they're still in the Dropbox. I can get.
No, I could do it like if you want. Anyway, because that would be nice to see. I'm gonna keep looking on this page though, which I kind of like. I kind of like the Super Cup page they have set up. They have matches coming soon. Which date is it? It's 6 today.
It is.
So today we have 159 bag. A few of these games has already happened. We're actually gonna be commentating on the last match of the day. So I don't see the results in here. Which probably let's see, realistic battles. Wonder if they updated those matches. 313 for PFT. Let's see, PFT or 313 realistic battles. Oh wait, is this match going to be realistic or simulator?
This is a simulator game.
Oh, we're watching simulator. That's why I couldn't find it. I was like, why am I not finding this? I was looking at realistic. Simulator.
Yeah, it's 2 days. The first 2 days, yesterday and the day before, were realistic games. Then it's 2 days of sim. Then I think we move into the winner and the loser bracket. It starts getting a little bit, I think. 1 day of each, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't looked that far, but I know today and tomorrow are sim.
Oh, that looks good. Or that sounds good. I like watching the simulator battles. That's actually going to be really nice. Simulator battles, guys, if you haven't played it yet, is locked in cockpit view. We are going to be spectating from third-person view, so we get that luxury. But the players is stuck in the cockpit view. If you haven't tried it, it could, even if you play mouse and keyboard, it might be a fun thing to do, just to jump into one of those. You can do a test flight, you can do a mission or something like that. You don't have to do a multiplayer game, because the multiplayer games are pretty hardcore, where like you might not even find your opponents if you're new to it. But it's definitely worth trying out, I would say. So do that. It's a whole different experience from any of the other game modes so far. Definitely. I'm looking at information, how it goes. They don't have the airplane groups here though, so that's unfortunate. I wanted to see which airplanes were in each group, but no.
I used to have my planes set up, so I could have told you. Unfortunately, I got knocked. Our team got knocked out, so don't have.
Oh. Yeah, I see that.
But I think Yak is in.
Oh, but did you think? Well, that's a good question. Is it the same airplanes that they were using last time around, or did it change it up? Okay, so it's the same airplanes. All right, as it was in the regular Gladiator tournament. Yeah, then you had the Yak. Was it Yak 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy Yak.
The happy one. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. You had Hurricane Mark 1 or 2, one of those. The one with a
No,
shit ton
Spitfire.
of.
The only
Oh, didn't they have
British
Hurricane?
plane. Nope.
Hmm.
The only British plane was. Then they had the P-40 and the P-39.
That's true. I found it. War Thunder Gladiator Super Cup. Here's the video. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think this is the one. Oh, where's my audio? I want to see if this is. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, this is brilliant. Yeah, we need this. I'll see
Looks
if they
like
have
it's
it.
going to be the BF-109.
The BF-109. Oh yeah, that was also in it. Oh, I like that one. That one is so cool, especially in the simulator battles, because you will see it behave like you've never seen it behave before. If you haven't played it, it definitely flies differently in the sim than it does in. For those of you who play arcade, it definitely flies different. So that's going to be really, really cool to see. I can't wait to see the 101 duels. So first off, guys, we're going to have 1 versus 1. There's going to be 4 1 versus 1 duels, and whichever team wins that gets 1 point. Then there's going to be 2 versus 2 duels, and the team winning those gets 2 points. And at the end of that, we'll have 1 4 versus 4 battle, or duel, where the winning team gets 3 points. So all depending on how it goes, there might be some deciding rounds, like, you know, in the 2 versus 2. If one team wins each, well, then you're gonna have to play another 2 versus 2 to decide who wins that one, and so on and so forth. So there could be. These matches could go on for a while, depending on how even the teams are, or, you know, who gets which point, stuff like that. We'll keep you updated as it happens. And we should be getting into the game, right?
We are. But no, I do find it funny when people start picking. A lot of people pick it because it's one of the hardest to. It's one of the hardest planes to, you know, maneuver. So I would like to know if that's what they think when they pick this plane.
Or some teams might actually like it, or think that they are very good with it.
That's just it, isn't it? I hope that you fly the plane better than your opponent.
So we have Yoshi on 306 versus Mex on the black team. And the only thing that differs these paint jobs is that one heart on the wing over on Yoshi, who I am watching right now.
In a 1v1, guys, they can't just go straight for a head-on. The 2 planes must pass each other, if you're wondering.
The spectating does become a little bit more difficult too when not having any visual cues. We didn't have that in Realistic either, actually, by the way. They didn't have any markers. I realized. I remembered that now.
Well, I've got some bad news for you. I've got the markers.
You do?
I do.
I did something wrong. You're probably one of their
I don't get
something.
Yoshi's now because Yoshi's a little too far away, and that's how you know that this is a simulator, because you have to be quite close for the 2.
Luckily, it's clear weather and clear skies.
Yes.
I mean, it would be funny if they did these matches in random weather.
I think
That's why I think
especially
it would be
in
funny.
simulator. And especially in a BF-109, I mean...
Just imagine that rainy, stormy weather where you don't see anything and you gotta find that one other guy.
I mean,
we would be
even
sitting
in
here
realistic-
We would be sitting here like 3 hours later. One guy's running out of fuel, still haven't found the other guy.
Well, at least that's maybe why they have the capture zone.
That is why they have the capture zone. You're right. Well, Yoshi is above the other guy. I'm thinking he might be going for a hammerhead.
Yes.
Ball maneuver right here. It kinda looks like it. Oh, but you know, with the other guy having the same amount of energy, I think he actually was the one. Oh, well, did he have enough energy? Here you go. Look at this turn rate.
No, neither guy's using flaps.
That is
rather surprising. Normally you see flap controls, you hear them ticking all the time to try and get as much lift as possible. but oddly enough...
Well, I just heard flap sounds from Max here.
Oh.
Ah. It said click. But it was like an on and off thing, kinda. It didn't seem that he wanted to keep them.
I see them coming down now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, here we go. First bullets fired. As they say in other games, first blood. But there was no blood here. It was just a, first fire. Did not help him much. So now it is Yoshi who has the energy. I can't even find the goddamn. There you go.
I mean, it's also rather frustrating being in the exact same plane.
They're
got
doing
the exact same strengths,
same
the exact same
maneuvers.
weaknesses.
I mean, this looks like one of those Olympic sports. This is figure flying.
Figure flying.
This is figure flying.
This is figure flying.
Yeah. Oh no! Well, really? Couldn't you? No. Okay. I felt Yoshi had a chance to fire a few bullets, and at least, I mean, I don't know if.
I mean, right now he has the height and the energy. He doesn't need to dive. Just to try and get off a lucky shot. You got to remember that being in simulator, he probably couldn't see, straight down below his nose. So he probably didn't even know he was properly there.
What do you mean he don't have third-person view? Oh.
I have to say there, I think he could have shot more bullets there.
He could have done more bullets.
He could have done more bullets, but I mean, being in sim, being in a cockpit, not being able to see much past the cockpit, being able to see your opponent is rather different. I gotta say this, the BF-109 being quite I mean, it's not a brick, but I mean, flying in maybe the Spitfire would be a.
Yeah. Oh. Now he's definitely firing more bullets.
I think the BF-109 has quite a lot of
look at
that spin.
that.
Ram. Oh.
The damage has been done though. The left wing is entirely shot out on.
Also the elevator.
And the tail.
And the engine.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, the engine sounds
I'm not sure
like
about the engine. I mean, he has the altitude to get the plane going. The sound.
Oh, he throttled down. That was a mistake.
So he's flying still, and it's admirable that he's not giving up at this point. I would have held J for at least 3 seconds.
I mean, he has no altitude, and that wing, as you say, is pretty damn.
Oh, and the tail. I mean, the elevators. It's. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's a tournament. You don't want to quit, but I don't know. I know I'm competitive until I cannot be competitive anymore.
Oh, there he is.
And I think we're gonna see the end of this very soon. I mean, it could be a collision, I guess, technically.
I mean, I like the difference between this game and the game we were watching 2 days ago. I know that was RB and this is Simulator. But these guys were a lot higher right from the get-go.
They also kept their altitude, while in the realistic battles that we saw, they ended up flying very low very quickly. Don't know why that happened in RB. And I mean, come on. Like, this has to be like, what? I mean, the fact he's still maneuvering that plane.
No aim assists. No aim assists here.
Well, you don't have that in RB either. It's just the third-person view that makes things, and the controls that makes things a little bit slightly.
and the fact that the flight models are different.
I mean, slightly so.
I mean, I gotta give it to Mex. I mean, that plane must be just in a state of going down now, but to have kept it going for that long must have been tough.
I mean, yeah, I want, this is what I want for this. I want freaking webcams on the participants. I want to see them sitting there flying that stuff. I want to see how they're reacting. I want to see how they're holding that flight stick or PS4 controller or, mouse or keyboard. How they're holding their mouse and keyboard. If that's what they're doing, I want to see that entirely.
I would also like to see what the damage. I've got a feeling it was probably either a red or a black wing.
Yeah.
Just by the way that the plane was just constantly tilting. And
well,
how he
at
had
least
to
now we
constantly-
know having a heart on your right wing makes gives you invulnerability. I think, like for some reason, he did really good.
Well, he was killing him.
He was. Well, that means that 306 has one point in the 1v1 duel so far. Again, guys, there's at least 3 more duels. Well, at least, but there's 3 more duels to go to see who gets the first point of this match. And they're moving on quickly. It's 30 seconds and readying up. This is Sim Battle, yes, Black Russian. And I am freezing. For some reason, my apartment is cold as
Ice.
Mother Russia. As ice. Cold as ice. Dun, 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 dun.
No singing. This will get. Otherwise, it will get what's music on Twitch.
Claimed.
Although I think he might have been out of tune, so it's
He was
fine.
humming on a copyrighted music license.
Oh, Lord. Alright. So who will we have facing off in this one? 5 seconds.
Omen versus Rustbear.
They all have something red on their wing, apparently. In well, no, actually, yeah, this is in 306, which is OEM versus Rustbear. So the red on the wing seemed to be a thing, which rhymes. By the way, I couldn't continue. I'm not a rapper by nature, but by talent. I'm just
The cheese is rude.
the cheese. And the pass. I honestly have been jumping between them both, and I still can't find the other. Now I see the other guy. I'm on Rustbear.
I'm on Omen. Again,
Red makes it go
unlike
faster.
on the realistic game, these guys are climbing. I feel like on the realistic ones, they're a lot lower. I think that might be because in Sim you can't really.
Oh,
Easily.
Rustbear missed.
That's fired.
But the way he began this this maneuver was exactly exactly the way to counter the maneuver of OEM. And he just has such a great angle here. However, his nose is gonna dip any moment now. I think. It doesn't seem. He's actually.
Left flap is a little bit different.
Oh! I just now jumped to him. I did not see that he actually connected and damaged him. Now there you go.
It doesn't
that
look
might
like it was a crit. Might be only just slightly red, but
I mean, on me it looks like that. I mean that flap should not be performing as good
it won't be.
as it should. Is it just the flap that is damaged, or is it actually? Does that actually affect the ailerons too?
I don't think so. But obviously, if he tries to put the flap down, the plane is going to start going in.
Flum, flum, flum. We obviously, I mean, we probably have someone in chat who knows everything about this. The damage on OEM, guys, does that affect? I mean, it obviously affects the flying of the plane overall, but does it? I mean, it isn't an aileron, so well, it isn't an aileron, so I'm assuming it doesn't.
No, it's not going to affect the aileron, but if he tries to put the flap down, the plane's going to lean.
So
to
he just
right.
can't use the flaps at this moment. Then.
No, not really. Not without making the plane so. It would have to get the other one damaged to even it out.
Just overall, I mean, the question is, I mean, obviously it affects. The question is just how much does it affect the regular flying at this point? Because obviously he's having a hard time now shaking off Rustbear, who's continuously pursuing him in this dive. Now these guys are actually getting low now on the altitude. And that's obviously because OEM is just trying to somehow get him to break off, and this is not helping you, OEM. I'm sorry, but that is not gonna do
again,
good.
being in identical planes, it's hard to say what the perfect thing to do. Especially as he's already slightly damaged. Even a little bit of damage, just
because if they're of exactly equal skill, it's just gonna be down to whatever mistake happens on one side.
Who gets the first
and there you go. So well, this equals things out though, because 306 won the previous one. The black team wins this one, so that means it's 1-1 in the rounds so far. So so far it's even, and it's actually gonna be all 4 1 versus 1 before we. Before we can see who wins.
So the little red bit on his left wing didn't really help him out on that one.
No, but it wasn't a heart. It wasn't a heart.
No, it wasn't a heart. He wasn't shooting him.
So from this sample test, if if you ever seen Mythbusters, if we calling this, the test, like the control is what they call it, right?
Yes.
Having a red heart on the wing has a 100% win rate. Having a cross has a 100% loss rate. So you probably want to go with a heart to be sure, but we'll see if we see any other shape or form and how they perform.
You're such good.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of Mythbusters. I feel I can definitely, call myself a fully certified scientist. They're into like season 12 or something by now. I mean, come on. Why they call black team? Yeah, I don't know. But it's not a name I'm sitting here making up. It's actually the name of the team. Just want to make that sure.
A very standard camo from Snappy. He's got a little. He's got some green love hearts on his plane though.
Actually, those are default on the skin.
I know.
just want to clarify that they have not been added by the player.
The FW has them too.
So here's the historical question for you guys in chat. What does the green heart on the sides of these planes actually mean? Like, why were they put there to begin with? What historical meaning do they have? Does anybody know this? Is there like it's like the shield seems to be, probably from whatever squadron it was, something like that, right? But the green heart, I am very curious to know. Because this was before Super Mario, I think.
So, how is it? Clen 64 Russ? Is that what we're?
Snappy Slicers versus Clen 64 Russ. I think that is probably Klingon Russian 64-bit. That's what it is.
He was just spraying and praying.
He was just spraying
towards Snappy, and I don't think he got damage on.
No, there's no visual damage that we can see. Maybe psychological damage have been done.
Oh no, dude shooting at me. Do something.
The stress factor is high. But now there is damage. It looked like there was damage. I was 100% sure that connected. But okay, so that was a flashy maneuver to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get into it. You'd hear that he throttled it.
And he has managed to. Now it's a matter of, oh, it's so beautiful. I like this. This is just like that's skill, guys. That's pure skill. Doing that on purpose, snapping like a snappy slicer, and getting the sights on like that is something, you know, not every single individual can do. Yeah. And again, that is something I've learned by watching a lot of Mythbusters.
If you watch enough of these play, you do just go, wow. How long does it take to learn stuff?
To
be able to be
good.
this good?
Yeah, these guys did not join the game yesterday. That's for sure.
Still got quite a nice bit of altitude.
However, Kin is the guy. Clin 64 is the guy on the tail at the moment. Seem to both have quite decent energy. Oh, who can turn the better? While Snappy is doing what would you call that? Like barrel roll? Well, I wasn't like
an aileron
like
roll.
One aileron roll maybe.
Aileron.
Yeah, that's what you call it. It was a big one though. It was trying to well, he did one or whatever, and he tried to which he did to slow down again, but it wasn't enough, and now they're into this loop.
I'm not gonna lie, I am waiting for when they sort of level out towards the ground and somebody puts landing gear out.
It just
to
feels
slow
like
themselves
Clint is
down.
turning way better. Is he? But he's. I can't see him using any flaps. Look at this.
I mean, he just crit. Crit.
He just. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I can't see any damage. Oh, I think it was the engine.
What?
I think he critted the engine. He just jumped out. He knew.
Wow. Wow.
I can't see any damage on that plane.
I can see it now.
Whoa. Well. As it hit the ground.
that was an interesting thing. Like just, huh. Well, he critted something.
I think it was
enough for Snappy to jump out.
I mean, the engine died straight away after. I mean, I know
Yeah,
there
well,
wasn't
it
any
does
smoke.
that when you jump out. It does that when you jump out. I
Well,
think.
no. I think the engine keeps
Yeah, it's
going.
like no, it's like turning off. I think. Okay, no, maybe I don't. I'm pretty sure.
Now we have to Mythbuster this. We'll Mythbuster it.
Yeah.
We'll stay up all night. We'll jump out.
I want to see No, I'll send it into Mythbusters. I want to see them do it. Fly an airplane, jump out of it. Do not try this at home. We are what you call
Professionals.
no, not pilots. I want to see if people figure out what the green heart was. I know somebody said it. Squadron insignia. Jagd Ges Swader 54. Insug. JG 54. In before Wikipedia. I guess at first it's a squad insig. So it was a squad insig, that green heart.
Yeah, but why would they use?
Well, Burnt Pies here says because the Germans really liked green.
Okay.
That seems
fair.
that seems scientific. I will trust that.
So this is the decider. If 306 can get the kill, we go into one more 1v1. If Black Team wins this round, they take the first point.
Yeah. That is true. This is Simulator Battle 2012 player. By the way, guys, make sure that you follow. I was about to say the wrong channel here. Guys, make sure that you follow War Thunder here on Twitch to not miss any of the future coverage of the Super Cup and any other future streams that will happen here. Anything that happens on this channel is obviously official War Thunder material and content. So that, you know, it's something you want to follow to not miss. Obviously. All right, Shifty versus Nufri. They have just passed each other.
So while we're waiting, Unfree has a little bit of red on his prop.
He has red on the prop. Now that is genius. That will drive all the birds away. I think they don't like red. No bird will fly through that propeller. Alright.
Right.
Oh! Nice! Shifty just put a lot of bullets, or a few bullets, straight into the engine there. That is why he's now leaking all the good things that the engines need. And this might actually be the end of the engine just died. Like that. That is how effective that was. And, well, you know, if you're Shifty now, you just stay away.
Oh yeah.
Like, there is
I mean,
no need.
he could really BM and put
Oh, collision! No. Oh!
Oh no, he did.
I called it! I
Oh
called
dear.
it! I called
Oh
it!
dear.
I called it! Ooh.
Now, in theory, Unfree's plane's still in the air.
Well,
Shifty's
well,
isn't.
actually,
Can he hold
I
it?
think it's like there used to be a rule where there's like some 15 seconds thing. So this is not, you know, this is not enough. I told him to stay away. Why doesn't he listen to me?
I knew the BM was coming. I was hoping for some smoke, for some fancy stunt smoke.
However, this still means that because this just means a draw in this one, which still means that who was it? Who had the last point? Yeah. So black team gets the point. We'll see the official ruling, but I would be surprised if this, you know, they don't replay. This is what happens. So this is just a draw, which means no point to either team, which means the winning team would be black team according to the points. I would be surprised if the ruling was any other. There you go. 1-0 to black team. Next is 2 versus 2. "30-second, ready up."
I gotta say, they do these a lot faster than the.
Oh, they've had some practice, I hear.
Yeah.
Had a few they had a few hundreds of matches.
A few hundred
in the previous
matches?
Tournaments. Well, I'm assuming though, like with the size of I mean, both the gladiator tournaments that happened. Like there were 2 gladiator tournaments last year. One at the beginning of the year, around this time actually. Around this time last year, that was the first gladiator tournament in War Thunder, and then at the end of last year, they had the second one, which is what put these teams into this now called Super Cup.
East versus.
That's how it seems to be set up in the first round. Yes, it's definitely interesting. And tomorrow you are covering MBSI, right? Is that what's up? Yeah, we'll talk about that later, I guess. But that's I'm probably gonna watch that replay. Or watch that VOD when I get home. Alright, we have Rust Bear versus oh, wait. We have Rust Bear and Klin versus OEM and Yoshi. So it's the 2 planes with red on them. Again, we will see the heart succeed, I expect, from all the scientific evidence. Now I'm gonna have a hard time seeing which plane is which, actually.
Oh, that's right, I got you back. So Yoshi's getting the first shots off on Rush Bear. If I'm not mistaken, it's the you know, I don't wanna be the bad omen, but I think Omen and Yoshi lost their game to Rush Bear and Klin 64, so kind of time for redemption.
I'm jealous of you having the markers, man. Is that because you clicked change team in the group or something?
No.
Huh.
You know when you start War Thunder?
Mm-hmm.
On
Oh, really? Is that what does it?
So now I get really fancy. It's great, it's really helpful, because now I can see that Roshi is following Rush Bear and set
okay,
on fire.
Yoshi entirely set who? Rush Spear?
Yep.
I can see that from the battle log, actually.
So now, as I discussed yesterday, it's now a 2v1.
Mm-hmm.
So now they picked up one guy.
And Clin has OEM on his tail, so you know it's all about Yoshi just getting in there now. Like just if they just communicate now and get both yeah, this is not an easy fight for Clin.
Nope. A 2v1 is most definitely not, especially in Sim.
Especially in Sim.
Especially. I mean, you can't see. I mean, look at how long it took for two guys to fight each other in 1v1. Now you got to fight two of them.
Yeah, just imagine how Clin is like trying to be like. Well, I don't know. I guess I would just focus on that one guy. I guess because you can't really know, and he probably knows that the eggs has been fried. So.
I mean, what was really nice is that I think Yoshi was about to be chased by Clin, but OEM was also on Rush Bear. I mean, they had made a 2v1 situation right from the get-go.
And there you go, the finish.
Now, are we going to see any more Rams or BM?
There's not much Rams left to have here, I think.
But that wing he's plummeting pretty quick.
Yeah. Which means that 306 takes the first 2 versus 2 round.
So as we can see, the love heart prevails.
It does. I'm good with the scientific stuff.
So if as long as 306 wins the next round, it could be pretty good.
Yeah, if 306 wins this next 2 versus 2 engagement, that means they get 2 points, which means the match will be 2-1, which means that the 4 versus 4 will be the deciding match. I prefer that. I find that very exciting.
Rather than
I do.
4v. I mean, it is quite nice to see. I mean, if Black Team was to win the 2v2, and the 4v4 was kind of like the comeback for 306, that is also. You see this team. I mean, 306 have not been playing bad, but if they're losing like 3-0, then the 4v4 could be the 3 points that they come back.
Yeah, you're right. Both are always interesting scenarios, and it's the only 2 we have. I mean, that not counting a entire 6-0 victory, obviously. But yeah, if you want to have anything, not be a 6-0 victory, it's gonna either be, the 4-on-4 being the deciding round, or it's gonna be the one that draws it. But I don't know. I kind of like it when a team wins the 1v1, another team wins the other team wins the 2 versus 2. To put it at a 2-1 point situation. It's just something with it that makes the 4 versus 4 almost so much more important and so much more exciting for both teams, because they know if they win, they win. While when it's one team having 3 points, the team who has 0 points, they gotta win to get a chance at another round of something. That is what So in my opinion, it's more exciting when both teams know winning is winning, and not winning is to fight another round. I think mentally there's a difference.
Oh, absolutely. And
which is also in itself a test. Yeah.
I mean, if it's 3-3 in points wise, and you have to play that 4th round, that can also be you've already played like at least half an hour or 40 minutes of Simulator War Thunder. You just want to win.
Exactly. Onufri and Snappy Slicer on 306 versus Shifty and Mex on Black Team. And it looks like Mex is doing very well here. Decided to abandon that pursuit somehow.
Now is Snappy going to go after Shifty? Try and get that 2v1 scenario.
Bullets are being fired now. Shifty did just fire.
As we can see, Mech's chasing Snappy, and Shifty, I believe, is on.
And Snappy is just now. Whoa, that could have been collision, but it was. Oh wait.
The two teammates almost.
Well, Onufri does not have a wing, but he was shot down by Shifty. Shifty did that. Okay. Fortunately, I was not on that. And now Mex is on who?
Mex is on Snappy.
All right.
So now 306 is in a 2v1
Look
situation.
at that! Oh, look at those huge flaps being used. That was I have not seen that so far. And did he really miss all those bullets? But it is a 2 versus 1. I would not worry too much.
As crazy as it sounds, it would have been great to have seen Snappy just try and go for Shifty right there.
Look at this! Oh, look at this! Oh no! Oh wait! Oh did not connect.
Because I feel Shifty could have. I mean, Snappy. I feel could have easily have taken down.
Yeah,
I mean, he might not have been able to see him. I know this is him, and I know.
Oh, but
it's
Snappy
easy.
does take down Mex.
But now it's 1v1.
It is a 1v1. However, Shifty. Oh wow, Swifty just missed the opportunity of a lifetime. He was on Snappy's tail. He had him pretty much in his sights. He fired bullets, but he did not hit.
I mean, unfortunately, Shifty was below Snappy this whole time. I mean, he's had to climb up.
Oh, this is that should have been a kill. And
those stealth rounds he's firing.
And he did plenty of damage to the fuselage, you call it, right? Like, I'm trying to get my terminologies right here. The back end of the plane, the fuselage. I don't know how that affects the plane at this point. There's bullet holes all over the bottom as well. But yeah. Again, we're in the point where, you know, being on the tail, it's so hard for Snappy to do anything. They're in the exact same planes. They're both very good pilots. It's hard, and he has damage now as well. So the performance will definitely be affected, which will just make it even more so difficult. And he pretty much is a sitting target now because he's moving so slow. He's obviously trying to, what we saw here. Yeah, he tried to get him to, you know, pass him, but you know, he's dropping altitude. The nose is going down. He didn't have the energy nor speed to continue to be flying at the altitude, which just meant that, you know, that it didn't help him. The maneuver did not help him at all.
I feel like the nice steady climb was quite nice because I feel like Shifty was putting a lot of momentum into trying to climb up to Snappy. I feel like at some point he might have lost a lot of momentum and kind of just fallen out of the sky himself. I mean, obviously, Shifty's firing stealth rounds, so Snappy's having a much harder time to find out where he really... I mean, he can sort of see, but to get a good angle, it's a little bit difficult because he's not firing any...
Such pro using stealth rounds
in Simulator?
Sim.
I know.
I would not even consider it. But again, I am not pro in simulator battles. Or I would not be commentating, I would be flying. I would be right there.
I mean, I don't mind using stealth in RB, but I like the traces. I like being able to see where the bullets are going. You have... I mean, yes, you're in third person, but it's still quite hard to see where the bullets are going. It must be even harder to try and figure out where they're going in Sim.
Yeah, that takes some next level skills.
So now we're seeing the BF-109 in its natural habitat, the turn fighting. I do hope people discovered this up.
People are sitting there like taking notes right now. They're like, oh, really,
use
really
BF-109 for turn fighting. Yeah, this is so hard. I mean, you've got to try and figure out, does he have enough momentum to come up to me? Can I just go straight into a hammerhead? Do I turn? I mean, this is so difficult. You don't normally see this situation in, obviously, Sim.
Well, I feel we have the end here. Oh, he just... There you go. Alright. I think that just drew this one.
It did.
So that means that they got 1-2 versus 2 each, which means I'm getting a phone call from someone I'm not gonna pick up, which also means that they are now gonna have to go into a deciding extra 2 versus 2. So that means, yeah, we're gonna see one more 2 versus 2 guys, which will decide who gets the 2 points. I don't know. I can't call it. This is a
lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because we saw 306, obviously, a few months ago.
Mm.
And they were very good.
Oh, 306 is, but so is Black Team, which I've also spectated Black Team before. I've seen both of these before.
Was 306 one of the teams that went up against NBSI? Close to the finals?
Now I cannot remember exact match.
I think they were, and that was a close. NBSI went to win the finals, so 306 is definitely.
No team in the Super Cup is bad.
Oh no.
Like, there is just no bad team in the Super Cup to begin with.
No, I mean, just think about how many people they would have had to have gone up against. How many teams? How many times they've had to go into this situation?
How many teams? Like, let's see, it's round of 8. Math and brain and thinking. I've been at work all day. How many teams in each do we have? Is it?
It's 16 in total.
Round of 8 has 16. So it's 8 teams from each previous conference region. Yeah, so it's 8 best 8 simulator teams. The top 8 from the Western tournament in the Gladiator Cup. It's the best 8 from the Eastern. And this goes for both realistic battle and simulator battles, which pretty much just means like getting top 8 is pretty darn good. Like especially in the Gladiator tournament when you know you started out with having I don't even know how many Basilians team there were, but it was just like a crazy lot of teams.
I think on the West it was like 100. It was well over 100 teams.
That was crazy.
Because that went on for a few weeks. And that was with at least like 4, 5, 6 matches a day. For like 4 weeks. I know the dude's above me.
So they did put Rusper and Shifty versus OEM and Yoshi.
So the 2 winners. If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Well, Rusper and Shifty didn't fly. It was actually Shifty and wasn't it?
X.
Yeah, I think it was, right? Well,
but OEM and Yoshi did win their round.
That's how long that lasted. Yoshi critically damaged the left aileron and flap, like the left wing overall. Like the aileron and flap is damaged on.
He's so confident. He's so confident that he's killed him. He's actually just leaving.
Yeah. Well, you know, at that yeah, I would.
I don't blame him. I honestly do not blame him. I mean, he's critted the plane. He should totally be now helping his team get that 2v1. Because obviously, while Rushbear is trying to dodge Yoshi or OEM, he's obviously losing momentum and speed, making him much easier to kill. I mean, look, right now he's turning, trying to shoot Yoshi, so OEM could just climb, get behind him, dive, try and find that nice kill. He has to try and climb up there to them.
Yeah, Rusper needed to do something at that very crucial point there.
Yeah, he really needs.
It's hard to hit at that distance, especially. Again, it's simulator battle. Nothing here is easy. And this is interesting. Oh, okay. And near collision.
You gotta be careful that Yoshi and OEM don't crash into each other as well. That would be an interesting tactic, trying to bring
that would be hilarious.
Together.
Wait, trying to like.
Well, you know, I mean, personally,
Rusper is now critted. The elevators, the fuselage, the fact he's deciding to fly flat upside down.
Yeah, that's a good tactic.
you know, the air brakes that he's making by that maneuver is interesting. Unfortunately, this looks to be the end of the end for this 2 versus 2, but he managed to flatten out the plane again, which is impressive.
Wow. You got to give it to the black team that they do not want to die. they are going to go till the end. Because now Shifty's back in action. I mean, he's not exactly turning at any great speed.
Wait, I actually forgot about him.
Yeah, he's still alive. I told you.
Dude, he's been in that turn for the last 15 minutes.
Like, oh, easy. He's coming back now. He's managed to just turn the plane around.
It's like if I circumvent the planet, I will get one more shot at firing at these guys.
I gotta say that I mean, I know the plane is dead, and they're, you know, pretty much not much of a challenge to kill. But I really wouldn't be separating and
but here
trying.
comes Yoshi, I think, trying to finish off Shifty.
But I would, if this was me personally, I would want to kill one of those planes, get it out of the sky as quickly as possible. But you know, as I've just said, black team do not want to die. they are gonna fly these planes until the end.
Till the end.
Bins everywhere. Oh, please ram. Oh, the rams!
No, I missed it. I hate my life.
The ram was real. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
You can't just think the plane is
dang
dead. I swear to God. I swear to God, if Shifty does this,
I'm gonna
Shifty
watch the
manages
delay
to
on the
ram
stream.
Yoshi.
Watching delay on the stream. Come on, come on. And oh, what a beautiful room. I love that. I love that. I watched the replay for me. like the
Instant
technical
replay.
Yeah, I just tabbed out and watched the stream. Oh. Thank you, Twitch, for a 30-second delay. Love it. All right.
You got to give it to Yoshi, who's decided not to do the same thing as right, and fly as close as possible. He's given it a bit of space.
How does this work now? Like, if they get too close to the sun, will the wings melt?
Possibly. I mean, they're not that high. They are not as high as they were a minute ago. That engine doesn't look very good though.
Yeah, he's leaking Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Did I just say that? Is that what you call it though? Cool.
Nobody drinks it.
No. Well, what do you call it? He's leaking something.
Coolant.
Coolant. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just got the words wrong. I got the brands wrong, I guess, maybe. You know,
maybe.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this is happening in Twitch chat. There's a heavy argument whether Wikipedia is a reliable source for information or not.
Good to know the Twitch chat is.
Well, there's definitely comments about this too.
I'm disappointed. Disappointed there aren't many RAM comments.
Yeah, there should have been more. Ooh. Ah.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna hear from the audience. You know, followed by the.
Golf clap. We should put up little signs when we expect a response from Twitch chat. Like we should put little oohs and ahs.
We'll get a soundboard for this going. We'll just have a fake audience laughter like ah, where we can tell a joke and something like that, and then we'll have those clap like, you know, like a sitcom. That's what we'll do. We'll have that. You know, we'll have the audience. Yeah, the ooh. That's what I want to have.
Thank you to that one guy in the audience.
Definitely, we need that a soundboard. I think you call that, where you just click a button and it will just play that. Like, that's what you do. So this is being an interesting.
I'm telling you, Black Team does not want to give up.
Thank God we have that capture point.
That is a good point. That is. I don't know how. I think there's a height limit. I do think there's a height limit to it, though. I don't think you can be.
There better be.
Yeah, because they're all the way up here, and he starts capping it. That'd be a bit silly. I haven't seen it starting, but I guess that might.
But how can the plane with the broken ass wings and everything be staying away from the plane with working ass engine and everything? But he is getting closer. It does seem like it. It's just.
I mean, he's actually been getting further away.
Really?
Yeah, he was like 30.
Start whipping.
I'm using miles. He was like 0.3 miles away, and then I just saw it slowly ticking up, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, and then it got to 30, and now it's I can't even tell the difference, distance, because the ping or whatever they're called, the indicator has disappeared. Although the plane is getting bigger, so he must be getting closer.
That's how I was doing. I was going by visual here.
I can't even zoom in.
Hostile team is capturing Zone A. Wait, hostile team? Which team is that at the moment? Okay,
oh,
so
it stopped. Ghost
Wait,
cap.
what?
The ghost cap is real.
I was like, what is
Who's
that?
capping that? There's only 2 planes.
There's like, I mean, so if they're both outside of the cap zone, I'm assuming. I don't even know. Oh, wait, what?
The phantom capture again.
What is this? Is it the altitude thing? I mean, or they're not even. I am not understanding these capture mechanics. I'm wondering if the players even know about the capturing mechanic. Oh!
Oh, there we go.
Secured. Whoever capturing that point should stop.
Stop.
Stop capturing it. This is a simulator battle, which people will soon tell you there. Whole Ian 95. Who asked? This is a round of 8 simulator. And there we go. Okay.
So that has to have been the longest round so far. I was wondering if they were going to run out of fuel before killing each other. I told you that black team did not want to die.
This was going for so long that I was planning to order some catering, get some damn food.
That's pretty fair.
That's how long this was taking. I was like, maybe I'll order some catering.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, though, isn't it? With it being being so much harder to hit people, find people.
See, I jumped out of that without even acknowledging who actually won that. That was the heart on the plane again, 100% win rate, which means 306 got the point.
2 points.
The 2 points. 2 points. That's what I mean.
That's
the point. That the point is that they got the 2 points. Is the point that I am meaning.
So now for the real spectacle.
Yeah, the 4 versus 4.
This is where if there's going to be more Rams.
So 306 has 2 points. Black team has 1 point. This does make the 4 versus 4 decider. Like, I give it a 1% chance of being a draw. The only way to draw this is by, well, actually, even then.
No, if had
do they have to, like? I mean,
if everybody rammed into Yoshi at that point, it would have been.
Well,
a
I mean, no. I'm talking about the 4 versus 4. Can the 4 versus 4, like, what happens is if all the 4 players now crashes and it's a draw, do they give the win to 306 or do they actually play another 4? They want to decide the 4 versus 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have to decide the 4. Someone has to get the points. So if, for example, this 4 versus 4 duel ends up with everybody colliding at the same time, then they'll play another 4 versus 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
if everybody just fell out of the sky all at the same time.
I had to say it to understand. Exactly. I had to say it to understand it myself. Wrap my head around it. So yeah. This is 4 versus 4, and it's gonna be what decides who gets 3 points and takes home the entire match. So, guys watching this on Twitch, you know, feel free to type in chat which team you are, hoping to win or think will win. Will it be the black team or 306?
at the beginning of the stream, I saw a lot of support for 306.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if 306 is still the favorite of the Twitch chat.
Who's the Twitch favorites? Then man, I wish there was a toilet break in these.
There used to be a break. They used to always have 5-minute break. We used to be able to plan.
Yeah, they used to.
These days, every team just wants to get in and out of that game. They just want to win.
Well, Klin is on someone. They're all on.
Yoshi. Yoshi is the first person to be critted. It's the love heart. They want to take it down. They know it's OP.
Yeah, they've been watching the stream and Mythbusters.
I think it's the yellow. Oh, I've got some bad news. I don't think Yoshi.
Yeah, those elevators
damaged.
I guess that's what they talked about on their TeamSpeak before going to this match. You know, get Yoshi, and then let's clear everything else.
I feel like Klin could probably leave Yoshi. I feel like he's just dragging him away.
Yeah.
I feel like Klin.
You gotta know when you should just break away from it and help your team to secure more damage on the other team.
Right, because think about it. Because he's left this plane alone. It's now a 3v3. It could be a 3v4.
Rustbear has his entire right wing more or less damaged. He is more or less done for. Onofri's engine has stopped. It has been killed.
So that's technically two 306 members out of the fight.
Snappy is fine. Shifter is fine. Yoshi's obviously not fine, and he's
still going though.
just pulling him away. OEM was just firing on
Rustbear.
On Rustbear, and Klin is still trying to finish off. Yeah, okay. Now it seems he's.
There we go. He's gone. Now I'm like 3 miles out from my team.
You know, he's like. Do you think he was getting returned to battlefield?
No, you can go a little bit further on this map.
Because I like it was like at the end of the map almost.
And 3 is now down. Crash into the.
Yeah,
It's 2 on 3. I mean, they've got to try and kill one more guy before Flynn comes back. And I don't think the other 2 members of.
Oh wait, he's just about to finish this guy. I mean, well, if that was Russ, then he's just more damaged than he was before. It's like, Russ could just, be the meat shield for now with the tank, take as much damage as possible, and let the other guys deal with it.
Again, focusing on the damaged guy, like.
Like again, Russ isn't that much of a threat at the moment. He doesn't have the performance, but it's hard to know and hard to tell. Like they don't have the visual information as we do.
No, you are correct.
They're sitting in cockpit view. They can only go by visual, and their visual is like 10 times as bad as ours. So they might not even know how much they have hit or damaged him.
No, and I know they're obviously in a tournament. There's a lot more pressure to try and do well. There might not be something that they just want to kill one guy to try and make it a 4v.
Because it is a 4-on-2 technically, but practically you have a 3-on-2.
I think Clint has finally made it back, and he's now in combat with Happy, I think. Now it's a 4-on-2.
Oh, Clint. This is going on for so long, I'm expecting some people to run out of bullets soon.
I think the 109 has quite a... Not a lot. Quite a bit. think it's 200. Break me, but 95%.
Well, Clint isn't firing the cannon anymore.
I mean, he did throw quite a lot into Yoshi. Oh, the smoke.
Yeah, what this in this instance, it could just as well be to let his teammates know where they are. Technically, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't like a 1v1 situation.
They're flying the same plane. Why? How come he had smoke coming off the wings and this guy has coming off the center? Is that a thing?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Settings.
Jealous I am of not knowing them settings.
Now, I gotta say that while it's very nice to have smoke to let your teammates know where you are, he's also letting him know, it's also letting OEM know where he is. I feel like OEM, while he does have somebody on his tail, he could go and help his teammate. Because, I mean, he's got a great visual of where the guy is.
Snappy has been damaged here, though. Like, he's leaking all that black stuff again.
Oh.
Or again, but, you know.
Oh, is the ram going to happen?
And...
No. Oh, look, landing.
And yeah, I think he's just kind of being done generally.
So it's 4-on-1.
It is. Well, yeah, technically, and yeah.
So what do you think's going to run out first? Fuel, ammo, or port OEM?
I definitely think the B team will secure this somehow.
We've only ever seen this once. We've only ever seen somebody kill 4 dudes, and that was die.
Yeah, I know.
So it is possible.
It is possible. I mean, it has happened once. But I do want to give. I do want to. You know, my money would be on Black Team at this point, obviously.
Oh. Well. I mean, you got Black Team members all over the place. They're spreading out, climbing, trying to get altitude, trying to get into a nice situation. They can swoop in, kill OEM, trying to maneuver, and has absolutely. I feel like one dude could just climb up right above OEM, at least trying to, you know, do some fancy hammerhead or trying to stall out to try and get one of his opponents to overshoot. It could just come in, swoop in, and just, you know, just one-shot him, essentially.
Yeah, I agree entirely, full-heartedly. Oh! No damage.
I don't know what would happen if the game ended for 20 minutes and it was 4-on-1. I have a feeling he would technically lose. Because obviously they got down. I've got to say, OEM is, I'm going to say skillful, but at the same time rather lucky that none of these bullets have severely damaged his plane. He's got a little bit of damage on his right aileron. But considering how many bullets have been at him, it's not as bad as you would think. You'd expect this plane to look more like Swiss cheese. Oh, now we've got some pink. Oh, sorry, magenta smoke. Magenta.
I think they're doing the smoke also to not hit each other, like know who is who. I think that is also one of the reasons. And here's a head-on, and that's what I mean. That's all we needed.
That's how we end. That's how we end the tournament. Fire, flames, and some nice aerobatic smoke. And also they captured the zone.
They captured this, so... BTEAM!
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, the Heart did lose. So that makes it 4-2, doesn't it?
Yeah, the final score would be... They got 3 points from that, so that makes it 4-2 to Black Team. Well fought, both of these teams, which this would mean that Black Team will move into the... move on in the winner bracket, and 306 will be down in the loser bracket, where they still have a chance to proceed in the tournament. And I'm gonna go and look, see which match we're gonna be covering the next time that you guys see us. Again, make sure that you follow this channel. And while I go check that, we wanna echo the fact that this is the Super Cup. It's being sponsored by Rocket and Cytec, who are sponsoring the tournament with prizes and such things. We do have a clip to play.
Yep. I will quickly play that now.
That's a good time.
Meet the Rocket Tyon, featuring the brand new Rocket Accelerator analog thumb paddle, giving you unrivaled command capabilities. The new Rocket Fin Switch, letting you execute multiple maneuvers at the same time. 4 ergonomic top buttons, instinctively placed so that you can hunt for prey, not for buttons. Meet the new standard in gaming mouse control.